Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Caged No More. And this movie stars Kevin Sorbo, Cynthia Gibb, Loretta Devine, Cassidy Gifford, Alan Powell, Madison De La Garza, Deborah Wilson, and Christos Vesilipulsos. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Um, yeah. Oh, and J. Almore, Danielle Beckwith, she sounds familiar. Abigail Duhan, Stella Allen, Sean Colin Young, and George Costuros, and Dallas Lovato. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those that have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch Cage No More and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me, then I'm giving you a fair one, because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So apparently this is inspired by real events, and basically it's about these two girls who are sold into the sex slave industry, or I really do not know how to name that. To the child sex slave industry, uh, illegal industry, in Greece. I honestly have no idea how to even say that, because it's an industry. It's fuck. So yeah, so these two girls are sisters. One of them was already sold. She's been in this sex slave industry for at least a few months. If for a few months to a year and a half tops. Okay, and the other one is just about to be sold. Okay, so when their mom appears dead, when their mom appears dead and asks the the housemaid, to find the daughters, she basically goes in search of these two girls. He manages to contact the father's relatives, his parents, his brother, some of his friends to help her try to get the girls back, try to find the girls, etc., etc. And the parents and his family, like, they know he's into some illegal shit. They already know he's done illegal shit. That's why they kind of disowned him. However, they didn't know exactly to what extent. And when they find out that he sold both his daughters, or yeah, he basically sold both his daughters into the sex slave industry, they are kind of disgusted and are trying to help the housemaid, try to get these two daughters any way possible. And yeah, and then you kind of had this side plot in Greece. The older one, the eldest daughter, who's already been sold into the sex slave industry. She one day a client, unknowingly, he doesn't know what's going on. It's this kid. It's his birthday, and his two brothers, or yeah, his two brothers, basically, I want to say force him. They kind of trick him into going into this brothel where the girl is, and he's kind of confused. He's disgusted, and now he's trying to help out this girl any way he can. And throughout the course of the movie, you see how he manages to get her to talk, and yeah, he manages to get her to talk. It's revealed that she's American, like, no shit. I mean, then again, the kid's Greek and she's American, so who the fuck knows? And yeah, he basically wants to try to rescue her. And on the day that he decides to do the rescue, she is moved. She is gonna be sold soon. Again, to the sex slave industry, or within the sex slave industry, and he is severely beat up. Eventually, these two plot points, the family trying to find their daughters and this kid trying to find this girl, they both cross paths, and we see them at the end. We see the two daughters being sold at the same auction, I guess. And now they're trying to rescue the two daughters and bring them back to America, and stop the sex slave industry. And yeah, okay, I will say it's pretty intriguing movie. You don't really want to. It's one of those topics you really don't want to talk about. You don't really want to see. It's something that's never really portrayed in the media that much, if at all. So it is interesting to have this movie kind of explore that, if that's proper. I don't know if that's properly said, but it is interesting that they explore it, and I do like it. I will say, the person who portrays the maid, she tried the southern accent. That got kind of annoying, to be honest. The southern accent got kind of annoying, but aside from that, she acted pretty good. The acting throughout the whole movie is pretty good, to be honest, and actually so is the writing. The writing and the acting are actually pretty good. I mean, yeah, I just feel like the plot, the side plot, with the Greek kid, it kind of just ends after a while. Like they like the two paths, so to speak, the two plot points kind of cross, and then it seems like the family searching for their daughters kind of just continues on while he kind of just stays there, and yeah, it kind of just seemed cheap. It kind of just seemed like I feel like I feel like it could have gone a little bit further, in my opinion. Like they could have at least told him, "Yo, by the way," like towards the end of the movie or something, they could have somehow contacted this kid and said, "By the way, the girl's not dead," because they thought she was dead. She's actually she's well and okay, and she's thankful for what you did, for trying to help her out, and etc. etc. So yeah, yeah, it is creepy. It's one of those movies that you just feel kind of creeped out to watch. I don't know, and I mean the girls are pretty, and I know that's kind of creepy to say because of the subject matter. Um, so take it as you will as well. Overall, it's actually a pretty good movie. I didn't know what to expect when going into this movie. To be honest, I just knew the plot, and I'm like, this could go either way. And I will say, it's one of those movies that I kind of expected before going in. It was gonna have some kind of religious overtone or undertones, whatever. And it does kind of have that religious symbolism. You know, the characters being from like the south, from the south, like the deep south, without racism, basically. So yeah, so you do have like some of the main characters, pray to God. I forgive, God forgives you and all that. So, but I do like how they don't push it, and when they do bring in that kind of religious aspect, it kind of makes sense because of the situation. Because you have the maid who's praying to God that these girls come out okay. So yeah, it's used really well in my opinion. So yeah, yeah, and then just one weird thing I just don't understand. I don't know how they're planning to do this, but it's towards the end of the movie, like right before the credits roll. You have the last scene. Then you have next year, next year Cage No More Part 2 or some shit like that, and then it goes for credits. And I'm thinking, are they actually gonna do a sequel? So it's already like greenlit and everything. And I've kind of searched it, but there's no like confirmation or anything. There's like no news about that. So I'm like, that's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty interesting, and to see where they go for this. Because I mean, this is a true story events and stuff to a certain degree. So like that could go either way. But then again, this movie was pretty good to begin with. So let's see where next year takes us. But then again, that's what we're talking about. That's next year, 12 fucking months away, 366 days from now, because 2016 leap year. So yeah, overall, pretty good movie as a whole. There were a few things I think could have been improved upon, but overall, pretty good movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the videos are on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.